Right, hello YouTube, and welcome to something you've 99% likely not seen before. That's because this game, IORC, is one of the ones I made. It is out, it is available, there was a link to the trailer in the description. This is the first game I made and released onto Steam. And I figured, well, you know what? I've been playing a lot of Astrox, but I should probably also maybe show this one off to everyone. Now, obviously, I'm a solo dev, so it's not the most spectacular thing in the world, but I like to think I've made a reasonably enjoyable game here. This is the one I've talked about a few times and called the sort of almost being a game about being the fire service equivalent for space debris. Select. Yes, I have finished my own game before. It's just I created a new save at some point. Yes, you might notice the music. I got a little bit of help from family to make this. I just can't do music, unfortunately. Like, I could find good music, sure thing. But writing it, I've never been able to do. I just really struggle with it. Oh, well, your first flight with us, eh, DB? It's nice to have you with us here at IORC. If your piloting record matches your skills, we're not going to have anything to worry about. But since you've never flown a ship with anti-gravs before, we'll give you a quick rundown on how we fly around here. So, just quickly, the intro I have to give everyone joining us. Welcome to IORC, the Impact Orbital Rescue Crew, an organisation set out to protect people from falling space debris. As well, at the moment, the only member of the Low Altitude Division, you're the last line of defence, piloting, flying one of our patented Meteor Buster aircraft to bring debris down safely. Okay. I know, not the most thrilling way to put it. So, to do something more interesting and get you going, we've scheduled a test flight for you. We want to get you used to our craft as soon as possible, so head down to the hangar and get ready for takeoff. We'll launch you as soon as you're ready. Oh, don't worry about too much falling, by the way. You won't. Oh, don't worry about falling, sorry. I can't even read my own dialogue, apparently. Unlike the aircraft you're used to flying, your one, Meteor Buster 4, is capable of hovering when it's not moving. That and reversing in mid-air. Designed it myself, and I'm pretty proud of it, honestly. I think my audio cable's getting knocked yet. Have a bit of a fly around for now, get a feel for the controls. Oh, and your shields stop you taking damage if you hit the water at the base, and your anti-gravs will stop you flying too far out the area. Although please try not to hit the base, it makes the staff nervous, as in me. Flight manuals in your cockpit, take off when ready. Sorry, flipping cough. Steer with A and D, accelerate with W, and reverse with S. I see. So yes, we're in. 2D game, or I suppose 2.5D. You fly around using W and S to either accelerate or reverse, and A and D will indeed steer you. And as I said, you won't take damage when hitting the water. You've got shields, as you can see in the top left. Incoming. Debris coming down your area. Class 1. Low velocity. Slip and cough. What? Damn it, there wasn't supposed to be anything today. At least it's small. Newbie, this one's on you. It'll take too long to scramble out of the ship, but your systems are all loaded. Your job is to slow that debris down so it doesn't hit the ground too hard. First off, I'd always advise climbing to high altitude immediately. It's way easier to chase debris down than up. Take a look at your map at the top right of your display. The blue arrow is your ship. Red arrows are incoming debris. You've also got an indicator on the left of your display that points to the nearest debris, which is this arrow here. I was going to say, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but you can. It is turned on. Okay. To slow the debris down, you'll need to fly near it and fire a few parachutes into it. The space key fires your launcher, and you've got way more ammunition than you'll ever need for one mission. Don't just fire wildly, though. If you don't hit the right spot, the chute will bury itself in too far or not stick. My job is to analyse the structure of falling debris. I'll mark spots you can attach chutes to with a green indicator. Aim for that and attach a chute. Shoot the green targets with space. Got it. So yes, the basics are simple enough. Aim for the green spots of debris and put parachutes in them to slow them down so they'll won't strike the ground at extremely high speed, basically. Oop. There we go. Chute attached. Chute deployed. Good hit. Be careful though, once a piece of debris is safe, it'll slow down. Make sure you're not caught out when it does. I'll update safe debris to be green on your minimap. Once they're green, you'll be free to chase the next piece. Oh, wait. New contact detected on radar. Class 2, it's a big one. Low density though, probably a missile ring. Alright. Well, in fact, most debris will need more than one chute in it to slow it down. Same as before, just have to hit each of the targets. You've got this. The R key will toggle a targeting laser to make it easy to aim. Use it as you wish, newbie. Just don't forget you'll still need to lead your shots a little if the debris is moving fast, which I think is what I did wrong on my first shot. R toggles the targeting laser, but shoots onto all targets to render it safe. I'm on it. So yes, R toggles a big old laser pointer. You don't have to use it, but I, well, recommend you do. It's aiming a lot easier for the most part. But you can always do a challenge run where you don't use it, perhaps. Shouldn't be anything too difficult this early on. Good work there, newbie. Looks like you got the hang of the basics. Any more inbound analyzer that we need to worry about? Actually, yeah, 2 more contacts detected. Class 1 and Class 3 on the way. This next one's reading high on the thermal sensors. It's probably burning. Burning, eh? Well, lucky you, newbie. You've got a big old fire extinguisher on that ship. The E and Q keys will switch through your equipment. Which one you have selected is shown on the indicator in the bottom left. The water cannon indicator is a large drop of water. It fires with a space button like your parachute launcher. I'll mark burning sections of an orange marker. Get in close, knock out the fires, then switch to the launcher and put a chute into them. The chutes can only withstand so much heat, they'll burn if you don't put the fires out first. Use Q and E to set the extinguisher, put out burning sections, then put a chute in them. I can do that. So yes. You have 3 tools to work with. You have the parachute launcher, you have the railgun, and you got a water cannon. And as said, this next one is burning. If I stick a chute in it, it'll just burn up and it won't do anything, so we have to put it out first. A little bit of a piloting skill, as you have to get close to it and stay close for a while. Way to keep cool, newbie. Sorry. What's left? You said a class 3, right? Yeah, it's coming in any moment. Mismatched density, probably a heavy engine block and lightweight fuel tank. That could cause problems if it tumbles in flight. We'll need to break it apart. You'll need the railgun here. Switch equipment like before and pick the one that looks like a dart breaking through a wall. Your railgun is built to shatter the inside of bits of debris and cause them to break up into multiple smaller fragments. I'll mark structural weak points with a red marker. Watch for the change in trajectory and speed. Fragments don't always fall at the same rate when broken up. It shouldn't be too drastic though. Use the railgun on red markers to break up large pieces. On it. Yes, now we need our gun. I do love that sound effect. Coming in any moment. As mentioned, it is very much a good idea usually to head straight to the top of the level when there's nothing coming in, so you're ready for the next bit to arrive. So if we hit that bit with the railgun, 2 pieces of debris separate. Bullseye, that's the way. Just remember that pieces need breaking up. Oh, just remember that pieces that need breaking up can have chutes attached all in one piece, but that they won't be considered safe until you split them. So you can stick chutes to something first and then separate it if you think that might be easier. And we're through. My audio cable is being janked today. 3 stars, or 3 lights, I suppose. There's a bit of a ranking system. If you miss 1 piece of debris or take any damage, you'll get 2 stars, 2 lights. And if you only just scrape through on either 1 health or 1 ship health, then you'll only get 1. Excellent work yesterday, newbie. Although your name's really Blue, right? Yes, that's my name. Nice to meet you properly, Blue. My real name's Mary, but everyone around here calls me Analyzer. You need info on debris? I'm your girl. Yo, I'm Tim. But while I'm at work, it's Tech. Nice to properly meet you. If you want the scoop of what's going on, specs for the ship you're working with and the like, hit me up. Benny, but they all call me Veteran. I've been catching space junk since the program started. Don't fly so good after... Well, that's a story for another day, so for now, I've managed things around here and give our new pilots tips and lessons if they need it. Looks like the chatting will have to wait. We've got incoming. Multiple debris chunks coming in, mostly class 1 through 3. One piece looks a lot denser than the others. The battle's finally reaching us. Get ready, Blue, your job's about to get very busy indeed. We're on to level 2. The weather's changed a little bit for the worse, but still mostly clear skies. Yeah, so we'll take on a few pieces. Now these bits you might notice have a different visual. That's cause, and I suppose this will be explained a bit later, but there's 2 factions in this space battle, and obviously they build rather different things. But yes, we might also have to chase more than 1 debris bit at once. We might, I mean, we're definitely going to have to. I'm probably going to breeze through a lot of this, to be fair. But then again, I am the one who made it, and I lost track of how many times I have, like, had to play this thing, because if you want to make a game, this goes for anyone who's considering doing it, and I can recommend it. It can be a lot of fun, and it can definitely be a learning experience. You're going to have to test your game. If you want your game to be any good, you are going to need to play a lot of it, because you're going to frequently be like, right, here's a new feature, I need to test this to make sure it works. And then almost certainly it's going to be like, oh, that didn't work perfectly first time. I need to, like, take it apart and tweak it again, kind of thing. And then I need to test it again. There's so much testing in games creation. It's crazy. But on the other hand, you will be good at the game. On the other hand, this has an additional problem of you will be good at it. And that can kind of throw off your perception of certain things. Because some things you think are easy maybe aren't. It might just be because you've done it 50 times. So it's an interesting dilemma. But anyway. Alright, looks like you're indeed getting the hang of this, Blue. You're making good progress. Tech, what was that yesterday? All debris from one frigate. The main forces are starting to clash. It's not just scouts and vanguard anymore. On one side, Tetra drone fleet ships. Those are the green skeletal vessels. And on the other are the navy vessels. Those are the heavier blue ones. A little different from the usual old satellites and space junks we normally deal with anyway. Still, there had to have been a better way for the two sides to settle the differences than this. Either way, their actions are putting civilians at risk, and that's something we won't stand for. Analyzer, what debris do we need to be looking out for today? A few fragments from both sides, but there's also some hypervelocity debris mixed in with it this time. Looks like 3 waves of them mixed in with the normal debris. Hypervelocity? It's debris coming in at a very high speed, far too fast for us to respond to. Nothing we can do about it, sadly, just keep an eye out for it and try not to get hit by it. I mark hypervelocity debris on the minimap with an orange marker. Thankfully, it's not normally dense enough to breach the shields of the buildings on the ground. Watch out for the high speed debris marked in orange, but don't have to stop them. Thanks for the warning. Yes, so this debris is an obstacle, basically. You can't do anything to stop it, but it won't actually do any damage. However, it normally tends to come in quite large numbers, and it comes in fast. Yeah. And it often comes in waves as well, so it's something to keep an eye out for. Nope. Yeah, and as you see, on the miss, it doesn't deploy a shoot. Shoot's not got off properly. There we go. A little flyby. Okay, here comes a larger central chunk. Fuel tank slightly on fire. You might have noticed that one took a bit longer to put out than some of the others. What do you call it? Some debris will be burning a lot harder than others and will take longer to put out. Now, if you see our water tank in the top left, look, we've refilled it. Yes, your water tank will actually run out over time, and the way to refill it is literally go take a swim, basically. Ow. Okay, we got a bit too close to that one. You might have also noticed our shield dropped at that. Yes, your ship can get knocked out if it takes too many hits. Oh, this one's a bit bigger. And we can't hit that one, so we're going to have to break it up. Alright. And yes, we, I probably shouldn't have said I was going to breeze through this. I probably jinxed that. But yes, you might notice only 2 stars. The weather's taking a turn for the worse. Hope you're ready to fly despite that, Blue. Tech, any ideas on why it's gotten so bad so fast? The dust from some of the big debris down south is affecting the weather. The storm won't last, but I wouldn't be surprised if the weather's a lot more variable for a while. And the war itself? Probably going to be over within a month. Well, weirdly topical at the moment, huh? Both sides fully committed to the current space battle, and they're approaching an orbital maneuvering point that will let them move into bombardment range over each other's bases. But they can't do that until the other side's dealt with. And of course the other side could run or make an attack until the battle's done, because they'll leave their own base open. And when the battle ends? Hold that thought, Blue, there's debris sighted. All sorts of classes, and a lot of it. Get ready, you're going to be busy. Yes, the weather has taken a turn for the worse, it would seem. Ow. There's me not paying attention. That one was not a bit. I just straight up got hit by that. Ow. Do not get hit. Oh, why haven't I got my laser on? Right, that one took a bit longer than I'd have liked. Not ideal. Right, next up we have the... Oh, it's an engine block. And last, maybe? Oh. Bit of a radar antenna. Oh no, there's more. But wait, there's more. It has been a while since I played this, so I'm not going to remember everything about it. Oh, that only had one. I thought that was going to have more on it, I'm going to be honest. Just break this one up straight away this time. Looks like a bit of fuel tanker, maybe. Ow. I really need to stop doing that. Okay. Another one down there, though. Slightly scuffed. I do actually really like that victory jingle, though. Man, that was a full-on debris storm yesterday. You doing okay there, Blue? Anything you wanted to know that you haven't asked so far? Yes, I'm fine. Tech? Yeah, what's up? What's with the jacket? 4 days here, that's the first thing she asked me. Well, I'm a big sci-fi fan. Got a cool retro look to it, don't you think? It's, quite a look. Something like that. Wait, that's... Veteran, we've got a huge problem. Class 5 debris on the way, no doubt about it, and more large fragments with it. I see it. Readouts show it's a destroyer called the ASN Starcutter, accompanied by some debris for the 4th Orbital Defense Platform. What do you mean it's a look? Alright, Blue, get to your ship. This is bad, but I have faith in you. Even if it's a full ship coming down, it's still possible to break it up. That thing's reactor is still running at maximum. If any part of that ship hits the ground, it's all over for us. I'll mark the most dangerous debris types with a large yellow marker. Remember, if any of that touches the ground at full speed, this area is done for. It's our first boss. So, this debris, as she says, if any of it touches the ground, it isn't safe, you'll lose immediately. We have to slow this down before it hits. But there's a little bit of stuff to worry about first. We've also got to worry about these automated guns that are falling to Earth as well. I was going to say let's refill water, but I don't know if we've got time. We'll try and knock this third one out first quickly. Oh, just enough. Yeah, I remember when I was making this, I did a lot of fiddling with that water tank. Work out exactly how much water you were supposed to have and how quick it would refill and everything. The idea for the refilling was meant to be you could refill in one dive normally. There we go, there's our big warning marker. Gonna stay a little bit more distant for this one because I can't remember how big this is. Ah yes, it's a whole ship. One piece dealt with. Let's get the nose next. Oop. Parachute launcher, not the railgun. Alright, that's the tail, and just need the main core. And I think we got it. And indeed we have. And I think there's if I remember correctly, it's a slightly different jingle for the bosses. Okay. You made the news this time, Blue. Local hero saves crew of crashing Navy vessel. Turns out there are a few survivors in the ship you brought down yesterday. I'm sure I'd like to thank you sometime when we're not busy. Glad I could help. Were any of them cute? Well, that's up to you to judge, Blue. Still wasn't over yet. There could be more ships coming down. But of a pilot like you, Vaz, I don't think we've got anything to worry about. Except maybe that blinking light on Analyzer's console. Yeah, we're going out to celebrate. Might have to wait, though we should definitely do that. We've got Class 6 debris inbound. I'm detecting major electrical responses. That and more high-velocity debris. Take care with the electrified bits of debris, Blue. The power tends to surge, and when it's at its strongest, the power can short back through your water cannon and damage your ship. You can tell it's surging when the lightning is shooting out from it. Wait for the power to reduce before using the water cannons if the debris is electrified. I'll be careful. Yes, so some debris is literally surging with electricity, and it will shock you if you hit it with your water cannon while it's at full strength. It literally, like I said, shorts back through the ship. So, while it's quiet like that, we can spray it. While it's surging like that, we do not want to spray it, or we'll take damage. Whoa. Oh boy, we're getting cornered by these, apparently. Of course, doesn't mean that all of the all of the points will be electrified. You got to be a little bit careful with the extinguisher because you have to get so close, which I am apparently not doing, or not being, I should say. Probably have to go refill the water in a sec because we're running a little low. Oh, there's a lot of high-speed debris coming down. Oh. Saw a sort of wall of orange on the mini-map, just like, oh no. But yes, this game has a good 20 levels in all. I liked it, there's a good bit of variation in each one, but again, I wrote this, so 100% biased. On that note, excellent game, go buy a copy immediately. Again, biased out of 10. Actually, not burning that one, so we can just shoot that. The parachute launcher isn't an issue to shoot in while it's electrified. It's just the water cannon. Is that it? It is. Can you get it 2 stars, man? I feel like I should be doing better at this. I played more of this game than anyone else, and I'm still sucking at it. Yikes, after all that yesterday, the weather has turned again. You can still fly in it, but how come we didn't pick up this storm on the radar, Tech? It's been kicked up by a massive impact. The ASN battleship Storm Warden crashed in the ocean a few days back, and the reactor went critical. Combine that with the perfect weather conditions, and boom, instant hurricane. Looks like you weren't wrong about the weather being more variable. Tech, has this fight anywhere near ending yet? The high altitude team is already incredibly busy, and we're not exactly relaxing down here. If anything, it's in full swing now, seeing as battleships are being knocked out. The drones have been really swarming recently. They pulled in some reinforcements for their defense line to try and break through. Risky move, but it looks like it's paying off. Any chance I'll try to bombard even this area from space? Could do. We might not be able to do much if they do, but even then I'll still... Radar contacts coming in. No high velocity, mixed debris classes. There's a lot of drone parts. Could be those destroyed when fighting the battleship Tech mentioned. There's a lot, Blue. Be ready for it. Fighting in a full-on storm this time. I don't know if anyone would notice, but you might notice a little bit of a Thunderbirdsian inspiration on this little ship of mine. It's definitely inspired a bit by that show and meant to look a little bit like Thunderbird 2. Sort of the shape of the nose and everything. But it also has its own sort of nice look to it, I feel. Certainly interesting making a rescue vessel for once. Like I say, it's meant to be a little bit... Also meant to be a little bit fire engine-y, what with the stripes and everything. The checkerboard. And as for inspirations for the game, if you've ever played Luftrausers, That is one where I'm like, I genuinely recommend you go out and get a copy of that. It's not one of mine. It's, is it Double Fine, I think? No, Devolver Digital. That's the one. I think that's right. Little arcadey game where you fly little aircraft. Similar controls, sort of tilt left and right to turn and everything. It's really nice. It's really well polished for a really simple game, and it goes for like £3, so... oh dear, pardon me, cough still. If you're interested in what you see here as well, and if you also like this maybe, also go check out Luftrausers. It's good. It's a really good little game. Oh, hang on. Don't spray yet. Yeah, I was going to say it's going to surge any second. Don't think that's over yet. I think there's going to be more. Yeah. Let's quickly refill water tanks while we're near the bottom and then go. Right, climbing. Ah, it's one of these again. Another big fella. It was so weird having to make these models. Like, it's like, come up with an idea for what a ship would look like, and then I have to try and work out how to break it and look convincing, or at least convincing enough. Whoa. And it felt, strange enough, it felt kind of bad. It was like, I don't want to smash up my nice model that or nice-ish model at least, that I've spent ages making. Like that wonky fuel tank there, like that felt really bad doing that. It's like, oh, it was so neatly aligned. I worked out 5-way symmetry for this and it broke. That's weird. I don't know why that happened. Thought I'd fix that particular bug, but it seems there's still a few tiny gremlins left in the system. This is a lot harder than I expected. Rubs with shoulders. There. I get it. Stress gets to people, you know. There's a lot of responsibility. A few of your predecessors quit because of it. They weren't even as busy as you for the most part. You're doing really well though so far, so don't be discouraged yet. Thank you. This is really nice. This is a lot worse than normal at the moment anyway. We don't normally get anything like this quantity of debris coming down. As soon as the war is over, it'll be back to the occasional old satellite and the like. Nothing to worry about. Your screen's flashing, Analyzer. Looks like it might be time to be busy again. Yes, looks like it will be. Class 7 debris detected. Blue, that means some of the fragment shield generators are still partially operational. Water is harmless and will still go through those shields, but your projectiles won't. You'll have to fire around them or from inside them. Additionally, I'll mark the debris on the shielded sections in such a way that your chute should cut the power cables from the shields when hit. Once a piece of debris is rendered safe, it should cut the power on any shields attached to it, making it easier to maneuver. Before you go, Blue, I'm detecting something else that's massive as well. Could be a whole other ship. I'm not getting the same reactor readings that I did from the last one, so relatively speaking it should be much safer, but watch out, okay? Readings scrambled though, is it our sensors? Fire around or from inside shields, and shields will shut down once the debris is rendered safe. Thanks. More new mechanics. Yeah, some debris has shield emitters on it that again will block your parachutes and your railgun. But you can see it on the map there. It'll also collide with you, so you know, take care of that. Yeah, your projectile just won't do anything against it. But as I said, once you attach your chutes, power on the shield cuts out. Basically, we're going to need some fancy flying on some of these later game pieces, or at least to aim carefully. Oh. Yes, and as Analyzer said, there might be entire ships showing up in later levels, not just bosses, but it's usually only the... in fact, I think it is only the bosses that have, what do you call it? That have the... I can't for the life of me think of the word of it right now. Name of it right now. Oh, have the condition where if one gets through, you just die immediately. That's the word. Yes, as you can see, we had to do a little bit of quite careful flying there. Get through that. Oh, well, there's still more to go. Still, we're doing alright so far. We took a little bit of damage, but we're getting through it. Oop. Ah, come on. Oh, that might be it. Hey, there we go. We'll call it there for part 1. Hopefully you've enjoyed it so far. Again, it's linked to it in the description, so if you want to go check it out, please do. I welcome it. It's easily the best way to support the channel by an absolute landslide. And I'll see you all next time for part 2.